In recent days, the King and Queen have been in the United States on a state visit. During this, we've seen many impactful moments. The one must recognise the most impactful was His Majesty's speech to the US Congress in Washington, D.C. During this, the BBC states that he got a dozen standing ovations, showing just how high the Congress holds the British royal family, and particularly the King. Of course, one of the main objectives of the state visit was to rekindle the special relationship the United Kingdom and the United States have with one another, especially after the disagreement between President Trump and Keir Starmer over issues such as Greenland sovereignty and particularly the war in Iran. Well, since coming to power, Donald Trump has significantly reduced aid to Ukraine. In the table you can find on this article from Statista, the immense drop by August last year is clear, especially in comparison to the high in October to December 2024. During the speech, the King reinforced the need for supporting Ukraine amidst its invasion from Russia in 2022. His Majesty reminded Congress that, quote, "Today, Mr. Speaker, that same unyielding resolve is needed for the defence of Ukraine and her most courageous people. It is needed in order to secure a truly just and lasting peace," end quote. This less than subtle commendation of Ukraine during their war is in stark contrast to the current approach by the Trump administration of minimum foreign aid, with the President having openly criticised the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during his visits to the United States in recent months and years. The King, in this, reaffirmed the position that the United Kingdom has always had regarding the war in Ukraine. Total support for the victims of an invasion resulting in hundreds of thousands of deaths, both civilian and military. The King, in this same Congress speech, spoke of the vast amounts of trade between the two countries. Donald Trump has recently implemented sweeping tariffs across European goods, especially those in the EU. Whilst fortunately the United Kingdom escaped the worst of these, tariffs were still imposed. Quote, "We celebrate the $430 billion in annual trade that continues to grow, the $1.7 trillion in mutual investment that fuels that innovation, and the millions of jobs on both sides of the Atlantic supported across both economies," end quote. In the King's speech, other benefits to close the economic relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom were referenced, including the opportunity for millions of jobs to be created in both countries. Fortunately, the President announced that tariffs on whiskey were being removed after the King suggested that Trump does so, demonstrating just how influential the King is on the President. Now, outside of this speech, His Majesty and the President spoke a great deal. Now, of course, there have been a number of protests against the US President, often going under the banner of "No Kings," in reference to Trump's apparent action of authoritarianism, such as the United States Army's 250th anniversary parade, which was held on the President's birthday. This growing reputation of Donald Trump inside the United States wasn't helped by this post to Twitter by the White House at the end of April, an image showing the King and the President with the caption, quote, "Two Kings," causing many Britons to grow concerned about the general feeling amongst Americans regarding a genuine king being on their soil, entertained by the President. However, one can tell that said presence of genuine royalty, something that Donald Trump has shown a fascination with for a number of years, seems to have swayed the Presidents in Britain's favour. Whilst in Switzerland at the start of the year, attempting to justify his ongoing fascination with Greenland, which you can read my article regarding that on my newsletter, Trump said, quote, "After the war which we won it big without us. Right now, you'd all be speaking German and a little Japanese perhaps," end quote. Now, of course, such a statement would have come across as quite insulting to the room of German speakers, which makes a portion of the King's speech to Congress particularly enjoyable, with His Majesty commenting that, quote, "Dare I say that if it weren't for us, you'd be speaking French," end quote. Now, finishing off the state visit, the King gave President Trump quite the gift. The bell of a Second World War submarine that, as HMS Trump, was the President's namesake. There's a very obvious joke to be made here, and I cannot be convinced it wasn't intentional, though I'll let you figure it out. So what did this state visit actually achieve for the United Kingdom? Well, one cannot deny that it's improved the US-UK relationship fairly well as making a start on the reduction and removal of import tariffs on British goods via the lifting of whisky import tariffs into the United States. In the future, we can hope to see further reductions and less open criticism regarding British affairs. And the speech to Congress will definitely stay in the minds of its members due to the mixture of humour and contrasting policies, hopefully forcing congressmen to consider the impact on Great Britain when debating foreign policy.